Today we are going to go on a virtual exhibit and create a virtual exhibit. So the first thing on your to-do list is to sit at your computer or iPad or something and find some artworks or photographs of things that relate to your vacation. So for me, my vacation was to Peru, and so I wanted to look up Peruvian artists. Now, I know that some of you are doing imaginary places, so a good place to look for an imaginary place is maybe you know a book or a TV show or something that explores a place similar to what you're thinking about. And so you could look up images that relate to a magical forest or volcanoes or underwater or things like that, okay? So do whatever you need to do, but find some images that are created by artists for you to look at. So I'm going to share what I did, and that was I looked up a Peruvian artist named Victor Delfin, and I found a few images that I really liked. So he is, I believe he's 92 years old and lives in Peru, and he's a sculptor, so you can see this bird sculpture. He also likes to paint, so he has lots of birds that are painted. And I really liked this picture that he painted because it shows what the kind of urban landscape of Peru looks like. And so what I decided to do is, after I looked through some of his work, I decided to make a drawing. And you don't have to do this, but I highly encourage it. It was really fun. But I did a drawing that was inspired by these three images that I found of his. And you can see me draw that at the end of this video. I did a time lapse of me drawing and coloring it. But for right now, what I want to show you is how I would like you to make a virtual exhibit. So once you have researched your artist or your photographs for today's little assignment, then I want you to collect them as well as all of your drawings and notes and things from this week. And we are going to make a little exhibit. And you can do this a number of ways. You could, well, first I'm going to say that the goal of this is to share with someone. So that could be someone in your family who's in your house. It could be a teacher. It could be a grandparent or a friend who lives somewhere else. So decide who you'd like to share your drawings with, and then you can kind of decide what way would work best. So one way that you could do it if it's going to be with just people in your house is to take all your drawings from the week and put them together in a little book, okay? So you could do, you could staple it, you could put a cover on it, it's up to you. But that's one good solution. Another good solution would be to take pictures of each drawing and to share. And then finally, what you could do is similar to what I'm going to do, which is just record a little video. So I will model what my little video will be. And before we start, I want you to think about how important it is to share what your artwork means to you. And often artists call this an artist statement, and it's something that artists will write about the work that they're doing. So if you would like to write this down, that would be a great practice for you. Or like me, you could record it in a video so that people know what your experience was making these artworks or thinking about these artworks. So I'm going to start with day one, and I'm going to share a little bit about my virtual vacation and what I learned kind of throughout. So this is my first piece, which was a contour line drawing, and I thought about the things I would like to take on my vacation, and my vacation was to Peru. So I thought about a whistle, because I might be out in the mountains or the Amazon, a toothbrush, because that's always important, and then I brought my trusty little viewfinder so that I could see pictures of friends and family while I was gone. I really think I did a good job on this. This one was the hardest to draw, and so I feel like I could do that one again. But I think I did a nice job on these two, and I'm really happy with them. My next one is the map of my vacation, and this is the country of Peru, and then I really wanted to go to Machu Picchu, which is here, and I also really wanted to go to the Amazon river and see a river dolphin, which I forgot to color pink, but it's actually a pink dolphin. Let's see if I have a pink pencil right here. I'm gonna color that pink. And I really liked drawing the map because it helped me understand kind of where the mountains and the trees and the river are in Peru. My next artwork is my natural landscape. So I decided to draw a river. It's not the Amazon. It's not big enough to be the Amazon, but it's a little river, and it's going into the mountains. And these mountains are kind of green mountains, so they're not really, really tall. And I decided to draw some tents because I love camping. So I imagine myself going into the mountains and camping by a river. And I think I did a good job on this one. I really had a hard time with getting kind of the rocks to look like rocks, but I think I did okay. I also didn't know how to do the front of the tent, but I think people know that it's a tent. I think my fire turned out really well. Next, my fourth drawing was a selfie of me. So I drew myself waving at the camera, and I imagined myself standing in front of Machu Picchu. And I actually looked to see some tourist photos of people standing in front of Machu Picchu. So even though it looks like I'm floating above, I'm pretty sure you can stand right there and get that as your background. And I think it looks pretty much like me. I don't always wear my hair down. I often wear it in a ponytail, but I wanted to draw it down so you could see what color it was. And I really like my adventure hat. Lastly, this is my drawing from today, and I looked at a Peruvian artist named Victor Delfin, and he is a painter and a sculptor. And like you saw at the beginning, I was inspired by his architecture, but I also really liked his birds. So I drew something that incorporated both some of the architecture. I think this is a cathedral, and some houses, and I liked the colors that he used. And then I added some birds to make it kind of my own because I really liked those birds. And I learned that he's a very famous artist who's still alive at 92 years old, and he does both sculptures and paintings. So now that you've seen all of my work, you can see that I signed it and put the date on each one. That is a wonderful collection of drawings that I did in just 5 days. I love that they have variety, that I used color in some. I just really like that it gives a picture of a vacation, even though I didn't physically go there. So you can watch, again, at the end of this, you can watch me create this one if you're interested. But otherwise, I really hope that you share your drawings with someone in your family or a friend and help them to go on a little virtual vacation as well. Thank you so much for following along with these 5 lessons, and I hope to hear from you or to see some of your pictures. You can send them to me or put a hashtag on them, hashtag virtual vacation art. Yeah, thanks so much for being here. Bye.